Tommy's up. He says, when you use Majestic SEO, do you have to look at all the backlinks in the domain or only of the page that's ranking in the search results page I'm looking at? Okay, so to beat my competitor in the SERP, I have to replicate something similar to the links to that page or to the entire domain. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, Tommy, it makes sense. Okay, so the official answer is that you should, Google doesn't rank websites, it ranks pages, right? But that's the official answer. I'm using air quotes here because in all reality, that's not necessarily true. That's not really the case because Google does rank pages instead of websites. However, if a website is particularly is weighted enough within Google, if it's given enough weight, okay, so it carries enough authority in Google's eyes, then pages will rank because of the authority of the domain itself. And I'm not talking about Moz's domain authority metric, guys. I'm talking about the overall authority of the entire site, right? Not domain authority. Don't let me get you guys confused on that. I'm saying in Google's eyes, what is the authority? How much weight does Google give the entire site? Because then you can rank pages on that site a lot easier than, let's say, a domain that's new or that doesn't have any history or any authority built in Google's eyes. Does that make sense? So the official answer is that technically you should be able to just meet or exceed the page metrics and be able to outrank. That's, theoretically, hypothetically, that's how it should work, but it doesn't because Google does actually weight the pages based upon the overall authority of the domain itself, if that makes sense. So you really need to kind of straddle that line, Tommy, between trying to meet or exceed the page metrics, but also making sure that the entire domain has good quality inbound links, it's themed well, it's the internal, the structure of the site is done well, all of that.
You guys
want to comment on that?
Yeah, I want to just jump in for some education for all of you guys here on these metrics and Moz and Majestic, Hrefs and whatever else. Guys, they're third-party metrics. They're all guesses at what Google is doing. Nobody knows what Google is doing. When we talk about domain authority, domain can actually be authoritative without having any domain authority in Moz.
That's true.
Your site can be trusted without having any trust flow in Majestic. It's up to Google to determine whether your website is authoritative and trusted. How do you do that? How do we do that? We call it IFTTT SEO. We've proven it time and again that with posting, when you set up your posting schedule and you stick to it, you produce quality content, you're in social media, you have your SEO shield, people are going to come to your website. That's going to send signals to Google. Is going to tell them that it's trusted. You're setting up an entity, a semantic web entity, where Google now sees you as transparent. They know that you're in social media. They know that you're active. They know that you're producing content. They know that you're producing content that people actually go and consume, which is what Google wants. And you can do all this without having, with actually zero metrics. We have channels, domains in Video Powerhouse that have zero metrics and have so much power that when a video is run or a playlist, it actually bumps up the trust flow and the domain authority metrics of the channel, of the video, and just overall with things that show zero as far as Majestic and Moz are concerned. So don't think so much. Don't get stuck on metrics. I know it's pretty. It's pretty to see 20 trust flow and 18 citation flow and topical trust flow. But the things that you need to look at is, are you connected to a seat site or a seat set? And if you are, how far are you? How far is the connection? How many hops is it? Because that's what matters. How close are you to one of the big websites that gives you all of that trust and authority that you need so that Google takes a look? Those are the things that you need to look at. Guys, anyone that's educating you on domain authority, trust flow, as the end all to it all, is doing you a disservice. And sorry for getting on my soapbox, but you guys need to be educated. What you need to look at, is it themed?
That's right.
When you go buy when you go buy a PBN to for a link for whatever it is that you're doing, is it themed? Is it relevant to whatever it is that you're doing? Due diligence, find out where the links are coming from. If those are quality links in the niche, you don't need an edu link. You don't need a .gov link. You need a trusted link in the niche. And I hope that makes sense to you guys. If not, then we probably need to do a webinar to re-educate people on these metrics that are driving people crazy.
Can I get an amen? Thanks, Marco. I appreciate it, man.